Yo, what's going on guys? Kieran Can't Yo-Yo here, back again with another yo-yo tutorial. In today's tutorial, I have this slap protect combo. Don't remember where I learned it, or if I made it up myself. I don't think I made up a few of the elements, but I might have made up some of the others. Anyway, enough yet. Here's what it looks like from my perspective. Boom. Before we get into this video, I'm going to be using the Yo-Yo Factory element for this tutorial. Let's get into it. So to start this trick off, you're going to roll into your basic trapeze, like so. From there, you're going to pinch with your index finger and thumb. And as you can see, this allows you to create this nice, wonderful slack. From this slack, what you're going to do is essentially the same whip, like motion, as a hook. But you're going to want to do it so it comes around. You see how the two strands, instead of the front strand being the one connected to the yo-yo, this time it's the back strand. So it's like so. Almost like you're going to roll over your wrist, like roll the slack over your wrist and go into that green triangle. But instead what you're going to do is create this slack. And then essentially what you're doing is a plastic whip, right? But you're doing this plastic whip whilst maintaining that pinch. And what you should notice is that it leaves you an amount that should look something like this. If it doesn't, a few tips I'd recommend is making sure that your thumb has engaged with like the slack like that. So where, as you can see, like the slack has come round. I'm not like inserting my thumb into the slack, right? And how you're trying to land this slack into the gap of the yo-yo once it's over your thumb is you want the string connected to your middle finger to go around the front and then land like into the gap of the yo-yo like so, right? You see how string connected to my middle finger, going around the front and into the gap of the yo-yo. Stick whip, what you're essentially going to do is a brother slack, but you're going to want to make sure that you maintain this pinch even afterwards, and you'll see why in a second. So what maintaining that pinch allows you to do is essentially grab the slack that was connected to the yo-yo, like you're grabbing the string that was connected to the yo-yo. So you see this string here, you're grabbing this string, but if you maintain that pinch, it just makes the slack a bit easier to form. From this slack, what you're then going to do is just throw it over your wrist, and then you're trying to get this loop into the front of the yo-yo, right, like so. From here, you're then going to pop into the front string, pop onto the back string, and then roll over. Then you can drop this front string off the gap of the yo-yo, do a semicircle like so, and then when you twist your hand like so your non-throw hand is now pointing you, and pull this string apart, you can just drop it over the yo-yo, right, and do a green triangle whip. I know that's quite a lot of whips, but like the hops are very self-explanatory. Like the main difficult element is this one, right? So just like really try and work on consistency with this element. As you can see, I am not the most consistent at it. That is completely fine. But when you're in this element, all I'd like you to think about is the fact that what you're essentially in is just a green triangle, like just a double GT, but like, or not a double GT, I guess. I guess it's probably better to think of it like this kamikaze whip. You're essentially in a mount like this, but like you're just doing a fancier entrance, right? So you've just done, instead of like whipping through, you've just whipped over. Anyway, that is the whole trick. I probably explained this way too quick, so sorry Kieran editing. But yeah, I guess I'll go over it one more time, and then you can be on your merry way. But yeah, so trapeze, plastic whip, brother whip with a second pinch, followed by throwing that slack round. Sorry for the absolutely awful string tension. One thing I've noticed about this blueprint string is it just can't keep its string tension at all. Then hop 1, hop 2, roll over, drop the slack, roll over again, and then green triangle. Bind. Yeah, that is the whole tutorial. So yeah, I guess leave a like, you know, do all the YouTubey stuff. If you got any comments, let me know down below. Go follow TikTok and Instagram. Otherwise, yeah, peace.